Hello and welcome to yet another amazing episode. My name is Jacinta and I am an aligned love coach. If this is your first time here, please like this video, subscribe, and share it with a woman who needs this information, because in this channel we talk about all things relationships, all things about the betterment of you as an individual, you as a woman, and how you can become a better version of yourself, right? So today I have a very interesting discussion, a discussion that I have held, especially this being May, having gone through the Mother's Day and all that. And it is a very important conversation that every mother needs to hear. What is it? Stay tuned because you're going to love this. Karibu, welcome. Jacinta, how do I know that the man who I end up getting to a relationship with, who is not the father of my kids, is actually going to be good for me and for my kids? And I have done a video previously about how to move on, especially as a single mom, and getting back to relationships and the do's and the don'ts. But here is another thing or another angle that I would want you to explore, especially because this is a main concern in a lot of women that I've spoken to over my DMs. And if you have any question, please feel free to DM me, especially on Facebook. That's what I'm really big at, right? Anyway, here's another angle. Let's talk about self-trust. Self-trust is a branch of self-love. And sometimes we actually overlook this minute aspect, but it is really, really big. Self-trust is the aspect whereby you validate yourself. You don't go asking people out there, like 5-10 people. It's okay, first of all, to ask for advice. It's okay for you to feel like you're scared of making another decision or another mistake. But the minute that you develop self-trust, it is going to help you to make the hard choices. And even if the choice that you make ends up being wrong, you still trust that you can get yourself out of it. So many women I know have been stuck or have not been able to make decisions simply because they lack this one vital aspect, right? So how do you develop self-trust? First of all, you develop self-trust by first making small decisions, which are very minute or just everyday decisions, like let me do this, and you actually push on to make that small task that you've set for yourself. Yeah. Slowly by slowly, it can be something like, oh, I'm going to be committed to going to the gym. And you actually do that. Slowly by slowly, you get yourself to that point where you trust yourself that you've actually got you. Yeah. It's even things like, I can kick away bad friends in my life. Yeah, that's a huge one, I know, because especially when you've known people, you've maybe grown up with them, they've been your friends for long, but you know they're not good for you, it can be very hard to let them go. But slowly by slowly, the more you keep doing this, taking away people who are not good for you, the more you'll trust that even in the relationship that you get into, whether it's platonic or it's intimate, the person for you, or even if you end up with a person who is wrong for you, or just anybody that you are sure of, you'll know that if they're not good for you, you'll do what's best for you, and that is to walk away. Yeah. So start those small steps to just be able to raise confidence in yourself, right? Another one is to journal. Journal, it's like when you have, we usually say, in my culture or in my language, Madogodanyo, like your mind is all over the place. You're unsure whether to trust this person or not to. Journaling will actually give you clarity. You can be able to distinguish between your critical voice inside you and your actual facts. Yeah. So journal, write about your emotions, write about your thoughts, because this is going to give you clarity and it will help you to make a decision more easier. Yeah. Thirdly, most importantly, you can always find help. Help like from who? From a person like myself who is a coach. I've been doing this. I've been working with women to just help them to gain that clarity and self-trust, or even you can go to therapy. Yeah, talk to a professional about that. And slowly by slowly, give yourself grace. This is very important. Give yourself grace and compassion. Remember, if this was something that you were not used to, it will feel foreign and it can feel hard in the beginning, but eventually you will get the hang of it, right? How do you lose this very important aspect? Number one, and most important, toxic relationships. Oh my goodness, if only you knew how much toxic relationships rub from you, my dear, you will not be in there. And let me tell you something else crazy. The more you stay in there, the more you actually lose. Yes, let that sink in. The more you stay in a toxic relationship, the more you lose. Sometimes we think that the more we hold on, the more things are going to be getting better. The kids are maybe going to be older. Maybe you are going to get the finances in order. But you never look at the flip side. The flip side is that you lose so much. The more you tolerate a person telling you how silly you are, how you cannot live without them, how you're a nobody, the more it actually erodes on your essence as a person, but also even on your self-trust. Yeah. So toxic relationships are huge. And not just in relationships that are intimate, like with your partners, your boyfriends, your husband, and all that, but also in platonic relationships. That's something that people sometimes do not understand. Your friends or the people around you could actually be robbing you of this as well. Yeah. Check on that. Number two, your childhood. Were you criticized? Were you always told to that the decision maybe that you wanted to make, maybe it's what you wanted to take? I know, especially coming from an African society, sometimes this is eroded away when you're very young. You have an idea of what you'd want to do, maybe even the school that you'd want to go to, but your parents tell you that no, they know better and you're not supposed to go that way. So even later in life, you grow up being very unsure of yourself, thinking that what your parents consider to be actually right is what is best, even though it's not what is good for you, right? So this is another very important aspect, and especially as mothers, especially as women, and especially as the modern day lady, right? Let's start teaching our kids to think for themselves, because slowly by slowly you're building on their muscles of trust, of self-trust. Number three, it could actually even be yourself holding yourself back, whereby maybe you do not trust that you can even do little things and you've never even tried them. So from today on, how about just trying a new task? It could be even in an office and maybe your boss asks for somebody to volunteer something or just say something. You already know it, but you know that you do not really want to put yourself out there. So try putting yourself out there and see how that changes. And that is actually even another way of flexing your self-trust muscle. So I'm hoping that you can be able to see, yes, the question was based on not being able to trust your partner, but just see how self-trust actually plays a huge role in our day-to-day lives. Yeah, it is a game changer, and this is why I am addressing it to you, my dear lady, my dear man or kind sir, because I know I have very wonderful men who also follow my channel. So I hope this video helps. Please don't forget to like this video, share it, and subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much. See you in the next episode. Bye-bye.